This particular shloka, this particular verse is the salutations to Bhagavan Shankaracharya. Okay, we all know that Mangalacharanam is the tradition before we begin our studies. And in Mangalacharanam, we offer our salutations to the teacher. The entire Guru Parampara or the tradition of the teachers can be accommodated in Bhagavan Shankaracharya. And therefore, in doing the salutations to Shankaracharya, every teacher of our tradition then gets saluted and we invoke their blessings. And therefore, this particular shloka is done. It says that Vedantartha Vibhasakaya Gurave. Whom are you saluting? We are saluting the teacher, Gurave, the teacher, the Guru. Who is this Guru? Vedantartha Vibhasaka, the one who illumines for us the knowledge of Vedanta, that what is meant by Vedanta. Okay, Atma is Brahman, is Vedanta. This is actually the final teaching, and that is brought to us by this teacher, and therefore Vedantartha, Vedanta Artha, Vedantasya Artham, and that Artha is Vibhasita. By whom? By this teacher. So Vedantartha Vibhasaka is Shankaracharya. To this Guru, Vedantartha Vibhasakaya Gurave, Shantaya Sannyasine. How is this teacher? The one who is Shanta, the one in whom there are no more conflicts, the one in whom there is absolute peace, peace with himself. So, wherein all the vasanas, all the desires are dissolved. So therefore there is no desire even to make someone as a disciple, to have followers, to have any desire of any kind is not there. And therefore, one thing that one must remember is that because the teacher is free of all desires, that even the desire that he should teach me is something that the disciple will have to invoke in the teacher by him saying, Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti, oh great teacher, oh my master, please teach me, because I do not know. And so the teacher is Shant. There is absolute peace. The mind is at peace. The Indriyas are at peace. There is no demand from the Indriyas to experience any objects, sense objects, etc. And therefore Shant. Since all the desires are washed out. And this is how Shankaracharya is, Shantaya Sannyasine. And therefore he is the very epitome of sannyas, the ideal of sannyas. Sannyasine, he is sannyasi. Vedantartha Vibhasakaya Gurave Shantaya Sannyasine. Nanavadi Nagendra Sangha Pavaye Yogindra Vandyaya Cha. Then how is he? Nanavadi. Now every other vad, every other argument is an argument which against Vedanta would ultimately mean that Atma is not Brahman. So there are various ways in which people are going to put it. Somebody is going to say, well, this Atma is Karta Bhokta, is an experiencer and is a doer. This Atma is nothing but just this body mind complex. That is, and this, I am a man, I am a woman. What exactly do you mean by that? That I am this body. And all these arguments have taken a shape of various philosophies, and they are extremely strong, like mountains, like mountains, rock solid. And so, whenever one is going to come across such a mountain, it appears insurmountable, very difficult ordeal. But Shankaracharya is one such that his words are powerful like the thunderbolt. In the olden days, there is a story about, in the Puranas, there is a story that these mountains also in the olden days were able to fly. They are huge. The mountains are huge, and therefore these enormous bodies, whenever they would fly or settle anywhere, they would create chaos. So the Indra, the king of the gods, then saw that there is a commotion because these mountains, they keep flying, and therefore if the mountains keep flying, settlement and human prosperity will not be possible. And therefore, in order to bring those mountains to stability, the Indra, this Indra, the king of gods, he sends his thunderbolt, Vajra, Pavi, Vajra, Pavi. Okay, and with that Pavi, he then chops off their wings, and therefore now the mountains have become immobile. They stand in one place, and hence now human settlements could become possible. Villages and towns and cities could be raised. Civilization is possible. Thus, Shankaracharya is how, like the Oha, Nanavadi Nagendra Sangha Pavaye. He is like that thunderbolt which will chop off, and that their very capacity to make any movement and make them totally immobile. All these arguments therefore lose their capacity to move your intelligence, to move your, to shake your knowledge. They cannot. And thus the knowledge now can get settled. Nanavadi Nagendra Sangha Pavaye is the very Pavi, is like the thunderbolt to these arguments. Okay? Nanavadi Nagendra Sangha Pavaye Yogindra Vandhyaya. As at the same time, he is somebody who is saluted, who is worshipped, adored by the yogis. Whom will the yogi adore? The yogis will worship, that because of which the samadhi is possible, and therefore he is Ishvara himself. Yogindra Vandyaya cha. Mohadvanta Divakaraya. He is the sun to the very darkness of ignorance. Okay. Moha. Moha is the ignorance with a very special quality of infatuation. Okay. Mohadvanta Divakaraya. Mohadvanta Divakaraya. What is the next word?
Bhagavat. Bhagavat. Bhagavat.
Bhagavad Padabhidham Bibhrate. Now, this is very interesting from the historical standpoint. Though we call him Shankaracharya, Shankara was the name that his mother and father had given him, and the same name continued even after his sannyas. His sannyas name is Bhagavatpad. His sannyas name is Bhagavatpad. So the one who is known as Bhagavatpad, Bhagavatpadabhidham Bibhrate. He holds that name Bhagavatpad. Bhagavatpadabhidham Bibhrate. Tasmai. What is the next line?
Tasmai Bhashya.
Tasmai Bhashya Krite Namostu Satatam Purnaya Bodhatmane. Tasmai Bhashya Krite. To this teacher, who is the very commentator of the Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, and Gita, to this Bhashyakara Bhagavan, we bow down continuously. Okay? Our salutations, unbroken salutations to him, who is Purna, who in himself is complete. He does not need my salutations, but I am saluting him, Bodhatmane, and his completeness is not due to some sort of what do they call, because he has all power and all what do they call, popularity, the most popular or anything, but his Purnatvam is Bodhatmane, is due to that knowledge. To this teacher, Bhagavan Shankaracharya, we bow down our salutations to this teacher. That is the meaning of the shloka, the verse of Mangalacharanam.